Hi. Unlocked during lockdown. As I reached out to unlock the front gate this morning, I gazed at the blue sky, inhaled the crisp morning air, letting it go deep into my lungs, and exhaled in gratitude. Thank you, universe, for this miraculous sustenance. This life force, this nourishment. Birds in the front lawn joined me in this Thanksgiving. The rosebush acknowledged by sending a fragrant flying kiss. Mwah. I slowly unlocked the gate, turning the key into the keyhole. A lever shifted and clicked in the lock. And simultaneously a thought clicked in my head. A realization was unlocked. These few minutes of calm before the e-noise, the news, and the self-proclaimed experts on coronavirus overwhelmed my senses, I decided to sit and put this down on my iPad with a very clear intent of sharing it. So, here is what I have unlocked and understood from the key turning inside the head. We are all in the midst of an unprecedented lockdown. Anxieties and uncertainty is at an all-time high. Let's wind the clock back, first of all, to a few weeks ago. Picture yourself rushing between tasks on your to-do lists and cursing the traffic, the honking, the pollution levels in the city. It's a struggle getting from one place to another. Too many people, too many disruptions, and too many distractions. We were all wishing they vanished. And voila! Our collective wish has suddenly been granted. All the time is here. Clear skies, pollution under control, decibel levels are down, streets are deserted, and we have been secretly wanting some sanity. Now that it is here, it is so hauntingly beautiful and scary at the same time. Scary because we have absolutely no clue what to do with ourselves. Our bodies are available for nourishment, tending, exercise, a new healthy regimen, but we'd rather scamper for the TV remote and turn on another mind-numbing action/sci-fi/rom-com/horror film. Because sedentary is the game we like to play. We are so accustomed to our senses being acted upon. Rather than us getting up and doing something, we depend on external stimulation that acts on our senses. I mean, that's like our default go-to for sensory pleasures. And consuming more information, more data, more screen time all the time. One of the most horrifying things about the forced lockdown and the social distancing has been to face oneself. We have been managing the affairs of the world and been so busy destroying and consuming all its resources that today, when we are forced to shrink our circle of influence and activity, and also compelled to do some serious inner work rather than outer work, we are suddenly anxious, struggling, unhappy, and most of all, clueless. The key is to understand that going out, consuming, doing stuff, making money, traveling, socializing, partying, we've had issues with all that as well. Sometimes the balance is not right. It's sometimes been impossible to cope with the whole pace of life. And now that it is not available, those privileges have suddenly been taken away, we are finding ourselves chased by the demon of the same restlessness. It's the same old medication, just in a new bottle. We're still on restlessness drugs. Now this raises a very key question. Who are we exactly escaping? Room to room, activity to activity. And are we really ourselves the factory that churns out this restlessness and this constant state of dissatisfaction? As the key turned in the lock, remember when I started talking about it? It's the key turning in the lock, and I slipped out of the gate to walk my dog and my Zen teacher, Master Tigger. I knew I was breaking an accord of promising to stay safe and keeping myself indoors. So I reached just right to the edge of the street while Mr. Tigger finished his business, and we immediately returned home. I did not lock the gate because it felt ridiculous locking the gate at 7:30 a.m. The profound realization came to me that this lockdown megapause is actually a well-intended divine intervention that is leading us to unlock plenty more, but on the inside. So I want to take you through an interesting journey of unlocking stuff